On 14th February 2019, at least 40 CRPF personnel lost their lives after a suicide bomber who was later identified as Adil Ahmed Dar, a Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist, rammed a vehicle full of explosives, about 200 kgs of explosives, into a CRPF convoy in Jammu and Kashmir's Pulwama. It was one of the deadliest attacks that India had ever witnessed on its security forces, and the loss of the brave hearts still haunts the nation. 18 months on, the National Investigation Agency on 25th of August 2020 filed an elaborate, extensive charge sheet into the deadly Pulwama attack. The 13,800-page detailed charge sheet filed by the NIA in a special court in Jammu has named and identified at least 19 people in connection with the deadly Pulwama attack. The 19 people include Masood Azhar, his two brothers, Rauf Asghar and Amar Alvi, and his nephew, Umair Farooq. Now, out of these 19 people, 6 are dead, 7 have been arrested, and the remaining 6, who are all Pakistan-based, continue to roam free. Now, the NIA in its charge sheet has called the Pulwama attack a well-planned conspiracy hatched by the Pakistan leadership of the terror organization Jaish-e-Mohammed. The NIA has listed some crucial evidence that they found, including the forensically matched voice of Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar's brother, and also a Pakistan government identity card issued to Umair Farooq, who's Masood Azhar's nephew and also the key conspirator in the Pulwama attack. Other pieces of evidence with the NIA include images and photographs of almost every step of the deadly suicide attack in Pulwama, right from planning to execution, spanning to over 10 months. The NIA also has accessed WhatsApp call logs to numbers in Pakistan with pinpointed locations, and has also found records of several lakhs of rupees transferred to 2 Pakistan bank accounts in the name of Umair Farooq. Now let me give you some background to this story. Umair Farooq, the name that is coming up again and again and has also been named in the NIA charge sheet as the key conspirator in the Pulwama attack, is the son of IC-814 hijacker Mohammed Ibrahim Ather, who was killed by the security forces in Jammu and Kashmir in March last year. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the hijack of Air India flight in 1999 led to the release of the terrorist or the JEM chief Masood Azhar from the Indian custody. Now, Umair Farooq, according to the NIA charge sheet, crossed over to India in April 2018 using a tunnel at the international border of Samba district of Jammu. This points at how fencing, thermal imaging devices, closed circuit cameras and movement sensors have not really been able to stop the cross-border infiltration. Now, the NIA is also probing the finance and the large amounts of money that was involved in carrying out the deadly attack. In its charge sheet, it has mentioned that during the time the explosives and vehicle was purchased for the attack, money to the tune of several lakhs of rupees was deposited in 2 bank accounts in the name of Umair Farooq. Investigations have also revealed that the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists were planning another deadly suicide attack in Jammu and Kashmir, which got averted firstly due to the killing of Umair Farooq by the security forces and also the Balakot airstrike. Among other details, the NIA has also named a woman, a 23-year-old woman, identified as Insha Jan, who played a crucial role in facilitating the movement of the terrorists during the attack. According to the charge sheet, Insha Jan was in constant touch with the key conspirator Umair Farooq. Insha Jan's father, Tariq Peer, also provided home and shelter and food to the terrorists at multiple locations between 2018 and 2019. Many of the masterminds of such deadly attacks and the terror factories that they run have been named by the National Investigation Agency in its charge sheet. However, most of them are Pakistan-based, about which India has been able to do very little. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the main accused in the Pulwama attack, who's Maulana Masood Azhar, is also the main accused in the 2016 Pathankot Air Force base strike. Similarly, Hafiz Saeed, Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi, both of them and many others have been named in the 26/11 Mumbai attacks. However, all of them are scot-free in Pakistan. Soon after the NIA filed its detailed charge sheet into the deadly Pulwama attack probe, India accused Pakistan on 27th of August of continuing to shelter and aid the JEM chief, or the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief, Maulana Masood Azhar. Pakistan, however, rejected the investigation into the Pulwama attack probe and said that India has failed to provide credible evidence into the Pulwama attack probe, and that all of this investigation carried out is only for domestic and narrow political interests. Now let's understand, ladies and gentlemen, even after 18 months to the deadly Pulwama attack on our security personnel, our brave hearts, several questions still remain unanswered. To begin with, how was an attack of such a magnitude orchestrated in the most militarized and secured region in the country? How did a vehicle full of explosives enter the region despite so many checkposts? Why was Adil Ahmed Dar, the suicide bomber, not put on the radar despite him being caught in an encounter by the security forces earlier? Why, even after multiple intel warnings, were the security personnel allowed to take the dreaded route and not airflown? Why was the convoy with 78 vehicles allowed against the standard operating procedure? What took the NIA to file a charge sheet in the worst deadly attack in India? The NIA has named and identified multiple people in connection with the deadly Pulwama attack. Was there any action taken against those who were responsible for the security lapse in the area? What is stopping India from getting Masood Azhar, the terrorist who killed 40 CRPF personnel in India and the terrorist who is being aided by Pakistan? What was the role of the suspended Jammu and Kashmir cop Tavinder Singh, who was also caught ferrying two Hizbul Mujahideen terrorists earlier this year on the Jammu-Srinagar highway? What was the action taken against him?